Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
29.
Now Carr. That is caught by Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
The Vikings at 10-5 to start play, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Carr again. On target over the middle of the hill. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Right now.
It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, Raider 2. What's up?
Now a play fake. Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, and that is incomplete. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
93. 93.
On play action, it's Carr. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Khalil Herbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is winning games for you.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there.
Able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. The pitch to Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. These two teams all tied after one. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
6-18.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Carr. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incomplete.
Raider 2. Hey, 7:34. Extra.
They're going to try and throw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Again, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that could set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, now Carr, flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Herbert powering up the middle. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Kill. Raider 9. That's up.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, hey, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. 62 yards. And the Nighthawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Express.
To throw his car. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Kill.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
29. 93.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2 yards to go, second down. On second down, a run with Herbert. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. On first down, right back to Herbert. Running right through him. And the Vikings are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now an audible here into something else.
Well, Dumbo.
Herbert will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Complete right side to Otten. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. He showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Khalil Herbert, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. In motion, Hill. On first down, Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's a give to Herbert. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his Carr on third down. That is caught. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it. They will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Khalil Herbert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in his game.
And I know this, the holiday season, so here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
7:34.
On second down, here's Carr. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Carr now on first down. That's going deep for Bateman. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Over here.
Now Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd down and 6 now. Draw play, a give to Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Khalil Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down and 8.
Get 300. Get 300. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And now here is another interception. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball... Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He's got space past the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers under pressure. They got him again. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Herbert once more. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And the busy night for Henry continues. Powers, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And he missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and we talked so much